Masamune fighting Hideyoshi. Yukimura, go! You're just dead weight. And that works too well, because considering the fact that Ruben voices one of them and Johnny does voice the other one. Hey guys, welcome back to We're Going Places.
Oh right, I needed to punctuate this.
What would this be? Oh Jesus, okay.
No, that's normal. Stupid amount of variances aside, this is actually normal.
And then you have the blue path, the green path. It's good to know you can actually visualize the pathways. That actually does put that actually does help quite a bit. Isn't there a trophy for like doing every single one of these?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Oh god, yeah.
But yeah, there's red, blue, green, yellow, and purple. He has fucking 5 of them.
That is. He's just always like the main character, regardless of what's going on.
No, there's like 4 characters that have 5 routes in this game. Motochika the pirate and Ieyasu also have them. Oh, and so does Keiji.
Wait, so Mitsunari only has 2 main pathways then?
Yes.
So Ieyasu is 5, but Mitsunari, the other explicit main character, is 2.
I think it's because in a game like this, with a somewhat dedicated story, there's not a whole lot you can do with the character that you've turned Mitsunari into. Whereas Ieyasu, who is the personification of open-mindedness, can go literally anywhere.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
And Masamune, on the other hand, is basically wherever the wind takes me.
Yeah, that does that up. Alright, anyway guys, what's up? Welcome back to Let's Play Sengoku Basara. This time we're doing the blue pathway for... Yeah, blue? Yes, blue. For Masamune, and knowing how things have been going so far, this is either going to go south quickly for him, or maybe something still is going to happen. Hard to say.
It's gone south already.
Oh yeah.
Puts a bit of a spin on this when you actually know what happens.
After all, to turn against the will of Lord Hideyoshi is to
but also to see, there is a slight difference here. A version of Mitsunari who is basically the same person, but not upset so much as determined.
Yeah. I will say, Mitsunari does not strike me as a sparing people type.
No.
Not really. Always more so later on. So yeah, definitely rewatching that, like, yeah, it's very, I think Masamune's salt is definitely more so coming from how badly he was demolished by Mitsunari in that fight, rather than just straight up losing.
Yeah, it was a one-sided slaughter. They rectify Mitsunari just leaving him there in Judge End by this taking place relatively close to where Hideyoshi was at the time, so he could sense Hideyoshi's death presence or something. But you know what, if you need to give him an excuse to run away from a fight that's in progress, I guess there's not really anything better.
Yeah, sure.
Or no, maybe he was alerted, I don't remember. I haven't watched Judge End since I watched it with you, and if you'll remember, I actually fell asleep.
I'm amazed you fell asleep during a Basara thing. That wasn't the high school.
We're gonna do that whenever you come back, because I still haven't done that. I own it on disc because I need to have Basara be completed, but I still haven't watched past like the first or second episode of that, because I still find it revolting, but at least if I have someone to talk to, maybe it won't be as painful.
It's critical that we stop the chaos in Oshu as planned. We must also
if we can figure out audio sharing through, as well as screen sharing through Discord, we could probably just watch it over Discord video share.
At this rate, we won't be able to defeat him.
We could actually, and relatively easy, and that's because High Dive, which is owned by Sentai Filmworks, who owns it, actually has a proper watching party function on their platform.
Really?
One of us just has to buy into Sentai Filmworks' streaming platform, which to be fair is the cheapest one of them all. at only $5 a month. But
Oh, wow.
It's still Sentai Filmworks' platform.
Fucking old school Netflix pricing. How about that? Before price
I think
hike.
it's really. I think it's really funny looking at Funimation, where they've done one price hike in their lifetime, but it was like going from $6 or $7 a month to $10 or $12 a month or something like that. But if you were already a member before the price hike, you're grandfathered into having the same price that it already was.
Holy shit, that's really cool, actually.
So because I already had it, for me it's still only $6 or $7 a month, even like 2 years after they did the price hike. And I'm just thinking, that's really cool and a great service to your loyal customers, but that sort of defeats the purpose because you probably aren't going to double or triple your subscription numbers in the immediate term, so that seems like sort of a lost leader that won't catch up.
Wow, that's a lot of initial routes you can take with Masamune. Holy shit.
They're all red, so they're all just, where do you want to go along the way to the same ending?
Yeah.
I will hold off my response until a later date. Are you ready?
Masamune's path, I believe, he starts with only red and blue, and that's how most. Oh, right!
Okay. At this point, it's hard to probably pinpoint a series Gintama has not done parody of.
After I did it the entire first run, I kind of had to keep it going.
Yeah, no, I don't blame you. I'm just surprised Gintama did one for that. Well, that's something the American audiences are not gonna get, huh?
No. But when you already have Kazuya Nakai playing the character...
Yep, yeah.
Where was I? I was saying something, but I'm completely lost it.
Oh yeah, we were talking about routes.
Oh, right. Because in this version, Masamune is like, I just want to get this Mitsunari business done and over with as quickly as possible, and then get back to normal as quick as possible. Which I guess isn't a bad idea. Take care of the problem before it can develop.
Yeah, you know, just get in, take care of the issue, get out. I do respect that mindset, but moving an army is not that clear cut, unfortunately.
Which is funny because when you stop to think at it from the perspective of having done both stories, it's basically like his plan is the same in both routes, just does he succeed or does he fail? Not necessarily fail, but can he succeed immediately or will it take him the long way?
Yeah.
Like, this is like, what if we skipped everything else that happened between his first and last stage and just went right to his last stage?
Oh, that would look very funny. I'm just thinking about that in my head. I'm just thinking like Masamune literally just like catapulting himself from one of Japan to another, and that is very funny in my head. And I'll
just think of the catapults from Gundam 3.
That too. I don't know. I just think of him doing like a very massive cane jump.
No, fucking that giant cannon thing from his boss stage.
Oh fuck, he is already actually on Mitsunari stage. I just realized that. Holy shit.
Yep.
Yeah, Masamune not fucking around. He actually managed to take the freeway here today.
And I guess he also managed to cut through the Takeda's territory without getting into a fight this time.
Good for him. I guess he decided to sneak his way through this time. Probably for the better. Damn, a flamethrower even has like that weird like symbol of like circles behind it too. That's really cool.
You were saying that was a Devil May Cry 1 boss or something?
It's kind of similar in like structure to Devil May Cry 3's 3. Garyon, that was it. Yeah, so it's a neat boss, but I hate it when you have to deal with it for the first time because you have no idea what the fuck you're doing. So yeah, Garyon is a time manipulating horse with a carriage behind it. The carriage continuously fires ballistas at you while it runs around the arena spewing out time orbs. And if you touch a time orb, all of a sudden you end up slow motion, and there is a bunch, and it's on higher difficulties, it spawns a bunch of like sort of Dio knives around you, and you have to dodge them.
That's slightly more interesting than the idea I had when you said time orbs. I thought they were gonna do something like the fucking dice game from DMC4, the boss rush at the end. Or like
Jesus.
if you fall into a time orb, it's like you go back in time and have to refight a previous boss. Which, didn't Devil May Cry 1 do something like that?
Sorta. Okay, so Devil May Cry 1 has this boss called fucking Nightmare. That's what it was called. If you're wondering, it pretty much is the thing that V summons with his Devil Trigger, the giant blob. It's kind of similar in structure to that. So the Nightmare has this one attack where like literally just juts out jaws from the floor and eats you, and it takes you to a separate side arena where you have to refight either Garuda or the spider thing.
Yeah, that sounds right. I remember that.
Yeah, it's not the worst thing ever. Yeah, it's really not too terrible because you can pick up health orbs from doing that, but it does add to the runtime of the boss, and that can be a little bit of a headache. But also just trying to deal with, if you're a newer player and you're trying to deal with Devil May Cry 1's bosses, it can still be a hassle regardless. So, you know, details. There's some funny stories about people trying to find ways to speedrun Devil May Cry 1. It's got a weird history about it.
Sorry, can you say that again? I think my headset disconnected for a moment there.
That's
my
weird.
audio was still coming through as my headphones specifically.
That's weird. Well, I was just saying that Devil May Cry 1 has a very interesting history with speedrunning.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. Hopefully that doesn't cause problems. I don't think it would. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting replaying 5 after I probably finish the other game I started playing the last couple of days.
Yeah, I'm on this binge right now where I want to be at least one Devil May Cry game on Dante Must Die difficulty. Like, it started with 3, and I did manage to be a couple levels on 3, but 3 has a couple of crippling issues that a lot of the player base actually dislikes, where enemies in Devil Trigger in 3 have so much hit points. Holy fucking shit. And also it takes forever to stun them as well. It's not great.
Oh yeah, that reminds me. I did try to play the first stage before giving up, and I realized the problem immediately, and that was setting the game to Legendary Dark Knight mode, because, you know, we're on PS5 now.
Oh god, no.
And, Nero is not equipped to handle Legendary Dark Knight mode from stage 1 when he does not have a dodge button
Nope.
or a block button or whatever.
Nope, he's not, nope, definitely not. Oh god.
Maybe from stage 2 or 3, but not from the very first stage, the prologue.
Dude, I started a new file when Virgil came out on Son of Sparta, you know, and that was with no power-ups, and even I was having trouble. I can't imagine trying to do it with no power-ups, period. Holy shit.
You know what Legendary Dark Knight mode is specifically, right?
I am very aware of the Legendary Dark Knight, yeah. It's essentially Son of Sparta difficulty, but it just floods the arena with enemies. Trust me, I know.
Yeah, that's still a cakewalk in 4.
With Infinite
Even from
DT,
the beginning
sure,
of the
but
game.
not with starting Nero in 5, where he doesn't even have... He has neither his Devil Arm or his Devil Bringer or Devil Trigger or a lot of things.
Oh no, I played 4 for the first time without any of the DLC unlocks with Legendary Dark Knight mode, so I played that for the first time with Nero with none of the super modes. And in 4, and even from the beginning, it was still relatively easy, or at least perfectly manageable.
It's
This
with me,
Nero with the
actually. I started playing DMC4 with Virgil again, and I just reminded, yeah, you can totally just blitz through a lot of encounters in Legendary Dark Knight by just using his Rapid Slash, and you can kind of do pretty fine.
It's specifically with this Nero that starts off with a handicap that is, And the worst part is, I'm pretty sure in Devil May Cry, you cannot freely change the difficulty. You start a run on one difficulty, you have to finish that run on that difficulty.
Not true.
No?
DMC5, you can switch difficulties, but the issue with that is only being that, or this is how it works for at least 3, 4, and 5. You can start one, but if you want to switch difficulties, you do have to, like, essentially start back at like, stage 1. But you can keep all of your power-ups in your red orbs.
Can you play stage 1 after the fact with your upgrades, or do you still start with only the one arm?
You can go back with, okay. So I assume you already beat DMC5 prior, right?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. So you know about how Nero gets the Devil Trigger, his own proper Devil Trigger, which looks really nice, by the way.
Yes.
You can go back and actually redo stage 1 with like all of your power-ups. Like the save file is universal for like all stages you do. It's really nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did they change anything for the added Virgil mode? Or is it just DMC4's Virgil mode?
So they did buff Virgil a little bit, but it also brought him down in some other areas. So basically, Virgil does play extremely similar to how he does in Devil May Cry 4, if that's the answer you're looking for.
Oh, no, I meant about the structure of the story, or the bosses and the stages.
Yeah, no, it's exactly the same.
Everything literally one-to-one.
Yeah, it's exactly one-on-one. So it's literally just like how Virgil goes through his story in DMC4. But that's also a really good thing, and you wanna know why?
Shoot,
because you don't have to you don't have to play as V for his sections.
You make a good point.
Yeah.
You're playing as a singular character who you only have to have a singular character to spend red orbs on.
I know people who have deliberately modded the PC version Devil May Cry 5 to just skip the V stages. And I gotta say, I really like V. He's very interesting. I don't want to have to play him as him on higher difficulties.
Listen, I can only take so much Genesis.
Yeah, true. Also the fact that, well, trying to play a ranged character in a game like that with stiff movement it's people have come up with some very dumb ways of skipping everything, because people have like literally found strategies of just lodging V into a corner and just like going to town with his summons. So there's this old trick in DMC where if the enemies aren't on screen, they can't attack you. Yeah, so lock V into a corner, just let his summons do the work, and just sit there and read. It's very funny. And then occasionally pop Devil Trigger.
Let's get going. General,
I miss him.
Thank you.
I think you should calm down a little.
Someday,
What Shimazu the Beast told him.
someday something will happen, I pray.
With the Tiger Kai incapacitated, he has lost his way.
Oh, we're
Maybe
talking about how
check something
Tiger Kai is down and out for right now.
I can't imagine.
Cool.
Yeah.
Must have been something
I
terrible.
need to check something real quick.
Hello. Oh, another one of these?
This is
What?
the most cowardly form of attack.
Haven't actually seen one of these in a couple runs so far.
You may as well surrender, because the dragon can't.
Okay.
So for the rest of this one, I just swapped to playing funny Gintama clips after playing the one relevant clip.
It's fine. It still look cool. That did just remind me that there is, in fact, a Gintama game out there, and I don't know how much of Gintama I had to watch in order to actually have anything to say. Oh, you skipped it. Yay.
Yeah, I tried to do a funny there where it's like, okay, the stage is loading up, and cut to stage is over.
And done. Yay.
They did that a few times, actually, because fuck those.
I
The
really cannot blame you.
The one time you saw it where the frame rate got annihilated was more than enough.
Yeah. Has it happened since?
Since we're here, we should pay a visit to Lady
No.
Luigi.
should be
Never happened again.
Get our skulls ventilated.
Get our skulls ventilated?
Bullets.
Oh, I see. It's alright. It's an alright watch. Don't watch it with people nearby.
Damn, I thought that one would get you.
Yeah. It did catch me off guard, but I completely no-sold it. Oh, this level. That isn't so bad. Isn't this the one where you can literally just run right through it?
Yes, and I think I do.
Yeah.
Because I picked this one specifically because they have a cutscene together and dialogue, and I think I had to do this stage like 6 or 7 times, so I'm just about done with it.
I cannot say I blame you. So, yeah, speedrun strategies really does make you wish that you could... It would probably be a little too on the money for Dynasty Warriors, but I do miss being able to just summon a horse to just run right through a stage.
It's one of two... Well, Dynasty Warriors, the stages are enormous, and it was only in the more recent games that let you summon the horse on command. In some stages, you can find a horse that's just sitting there, but the controls on the horse are very stiff. It also comes down to most of these stages are too small to even need a horse anyway.
Yeah.
I mean, it's been maybe a minute since this stage started, and I'm already 90% of the way through it.
Are they misspelling Psycha here? That's interesting. They're spelling it with a C. Huh. Odd.
I'm pretty... It might be due to the... And this is a weird way to say this, but the feminization.
Possible. I swear I'd seen it with a K in other parts of this game, though, but that's odd. I'm not gonna look into it too much.
In Basara, it's always been spelled with a C.
Yeah.
In all 2 games she's been in, which debuted in this one.
Okay, I wasn't too sure about that, so that adds up. Alright. So, guess just probably ask about this, since we mentioned something about it last time that I did not know about. So, good old, let's say Robbie, that was someone else. Good old Robert here, who's voicing Masamune in the Funimation dubs. What other stuff has he actually know before? Because I don't actually know too much about him.
Well, as we said earlier, he was
original Baki
in the 2005 anime, not the 2018 anime or the 97 anime. He is Reiner in Attack on Titan.
Hi.
Give me a moment. He's Doflamingo in One Piece.
Oh, that's cool. Shit. Nice.
Stain in My Hero. Real quick. Help me out here, BTVA. Scroll faster.
While you're browsing, I will actually say that the music it plays for Psychic boss fights, this is actually really nice.
Oh yeah, they use Spanish guitar. It's really cool.
Yeah, I only really noticed. I only really picked up on it because I'm listening to this with the audio really low. But I did notice that they got some guitar also playing for the main stage itself, and that's kind of neat. Maybe I'll have to actually think about getting some of the music for this game at some point, because this is kind of cool.
Well, you wouldn't be terribly familiar, but he plays a character called Jalal in Fairy Tail.
Wait, no, isn't Jalal the blue-haired guy?
Yes.
Like the main love interest for Erza? Yeah. No, I know who he is. I made it far enough into Fairy Tail to know who Jalal is.
He plays Teen Go 10.
In GT original?
In GT.
Oh, wow.
And I guess also the end of Z.
That's kind of cool. So, guy's been around for a while then. Holy shit.
Yeah, he goes back to, like, Hirudegarn.
Oh, that's actually kind of good.
Yeah. The... Bojack's right-hand blue guy. The one with the goatee.
Yeah.
And the mohawk. And oh my god, the 2 pink twin minions from Tree of Might.
Oh my god, those. Dude, yeah, he's been around a while then, dude. Well, no. I'm thinking of the ocean dub for that one. All right, yeah. I think they redubbed it in like 03 or 04 maybe. So that adds up.